Hello there, good morning everybody, welcome to another video by me, Mr. Drone. You can see I am at the Everton Stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock once again this morning. It's about 6:30 on Wednesday the 14th of August 2024. I'm here to do my midweek video covering some of your questions and comments, and I've got quite a few to go through today, so let's get up there. Okay, you can see I'm up in the air looking directly at the East Stand and East Plaza there, and it's a good place to start because first up I have Dunk the Blue, who says, Mr. D, please can you take a closer look at the trees near the hydraulic tower next time? Looks as though one has died and will have to be replaced. Unsurprising really, the correct time of year to plant trees is late autumn and winter. Okay, so trees by the hydraulic tower, Dunk. I think what we might have to do, I'll zoom out and come around. I don't really like moving when I'm on Zoom. Let's come round here and take a look. Really good spot, Dunk, if you think. Well, I think I can see it there, yeah. Right in the centre, is it, Dunk? There. Looks like you're right, mate. And I'd tell you, a couple like these don't look as healthy as the likes of these, do they? No, these look like really quite green and bushy. But yeah, that one's definitely gone. Well, I say it. You know, I'm no expert, but that looks gone to me. Like I say, those couple next to it don't look in great shape either, do they? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're onto it. Of course. It's not great though. It's a good spot that though, Dunk. Thanks for that, mate. Keep an eye on it, eh? Keep an eye on those trees. But I'm sure, as I said, I'm sure they'll be onto it and they will replace it. Cheers, Dunk. Let's move on. I've got Attack 1974. Attack, nice. Nice to see you back. Cheers, mate. Lango Rock got a lot done without all the nosy drone flyers peeking in at them. Yeah, totally agree. The security hut's in place by the northern entrance and what might be the start of the boundary fence too. There's a good few lampposts gone in at what would be the water's edge of the western terrace, as well as the benches. Okay, so I'm going to get up to the western. A couple of people noticed that attack, but for now, you spotted the security hut in place down there. And absolutely right, yeah, so let's just move round and have a look at that. It's a cosy looking little hut, isn't it? There you go. A couple of people mentioned this as well, but yeah, cheers, Attack, yeah. Looks good with the security fence and everything. Vehicular fence there. Or gate, should I say, not fence, gate. There's the temporary security hut there. A few of the guys there, but yes, Attack really, again, another good spot. One more tick off the list there. Security huts. What else did you say? Might be the start of the boundary fence too. Yeah, somebody else, so I'll move on. Andrew Ward 8538 also said, great video, Nick. At 1:33 you can see what looks like the start of the northern boundary fence in the black mesh, and yeah, right by that security hut there. you're right. Currently goes up, it looks like just by the trees there. But you're right, I'm coming around here so we can have a look down at that. There's he going just up past the security fence. Doesn't look like it comes all the way down at the moment to the wall right now. So they've got that temporary board in still. But it does run along just up by the trees there. Still, they've got some posts in for the rest. Well, not for the rest, for some more to go in. Doesn't look like there's any more up there yet. But yeah, that's a good spot, Andrew and Attack and anybody else who spotted that. Thank you very much. We've got, next up, I've got at 1974 Andy O, who says, great video as always, cheers Andy. Any ideas where the coach will go? And we've got Dunk the Blue, who says, the team bus will arrive under the north stand overhang and drop players off at the north tunnel entrance under the West Plaza in bad weather. On sunny days, the bus will drop the players off at the middle entrance at the bottom of the West Plaza Terrace between the water channel and the steps. So, let's do it, Andy O and Dunk. Let's do it. So we've got the security hut there, haven't we? And the northern entrance there. So team coach Andy will go up here. It will go right under the north stand. So it will be under the north stand down there, and it'll come all the way up. And as Dunk said there, on rainy days, bad weather days, it's going to drop the players there. The players will have entrance. And my zoom is, excuse me guys, my zoom's just out of mind of its own there. It will drop the players there, Andy, on any bad weather days, so they can have access there, sheltered from the elements. And I'm just going to go up nice and high to maintain that good sight of the drone, and we'll just come round, because as Dunk said there, on nice days it will drop them at this central entrance down there, and they'll access there. And if you watched the video where I had the tour inside, they did take us to like the players like tunnel entrance, and you could see this from inside. So if you have a look at that, where I say this is where the players will enter, I am like the other side. I am in the stadium, so I'll be like under here somewhere, and I can see out there. So that's the main kind of entrance for them. But as Dunk said, any bad weather days they will go in at that at the side entrance over there. I hope that's good for you and explain that for you, Andy O. Moving on, I have Leaf6287 who says, great vid again, Mr. D. Do you know if the original wooden lock gates will be kept or they will be removed? That's the lock gates down here, I think you are referring to. I am certain you are actually. And we've got David Badcock as gave you a response here, Leaf. And David Badcock says, Lee, all four, oh Lee, Or maybe it's Lee F, okay, or Leaf. Lee, all 4 old lock gates will be retained. I don't think they're wooden, incidentally. I think they're steel, which has rusted somewhat. I need to go check the old photos and get back to you on that if I can find the definitive answer to the material. So, to be honest, David, I'm sure they look wooden, David, you know. It's hard to tell from the screen, of course, but be interested to know that. But there's your answer, though. There's one there, and a couple more. Yeah, David, I think they could be wooden, you know. Look at the, I know you say badly rusted, but there's like looks like rotten to me. Although I don't know, because the colouring maybe. No, I'm gonna say wood, David. But Lee, you got your answer there. Lee or Leaf, you got your answer. They are staying. Original ones to be retained, as answered by David. Thank you very much for that, though. Moving on, I have Arto 679. Yeah, then Arto, you said great video, Nick. Cheers. Loads of benches gone in on the Western Terrace. Stadium's looking amazing. Do you know what? I had loads here. I think David Badcock, you were one. Dunk might have been one as well, but quite a few people said, Nick, can't believe you missed the benches at the top of the Western Terrace. It's I say this a lot, but it's a small screen I look at when I'm doing my fly rounds and things. I have to concentrate on like the drone and that, so I don't see as much as you do when you're looking on the big screens, guys. But you know, to be fair, there's quite a lot of them going right the way along, isn't there?
Max altitude reached.
I'm 118 meters, guys. It's just told me max altitude reached. It's not true, because it's 120 meters I'm allowed to be at, but I think it just gives me that little warning. Yeah, but they're very evident. Yeah, I did miss them. Look good though. Yeah, there was quite a few of you pointing them out to me. So thanks for that, everybody. They look good, don't they, going right across the top of those steps? Thanks for that, Arto, was it? Yeah, thanks Arto, and everybody else who got it. Moving on, I've got Lewis EFC who says, South stand seating almost complete. It all looks great. Can't wait to be inside. Okay, so you've said about the seating here, Lewis. Let's just have a quick look. I'll have to move down just slightly for this, bring down to 100 meters. As we look at this is the east stand. So yeah, I mean we've got section there, and you know the north stand there under the screen, where it's missing a few seats. I know you mentioned the south stand, mate, so we're going to come around, have a look at that. Now it's obviously hard to see the top bit because of the screen, but I think the top is done. What have we got there? We've got a section right in the middle, missing some seats. This is one of those things as well with people's OCD, where people say, why do they leave little sections? Oh no, sorry, that's a I think that's a disabled section. Sorry. Bit of blank space down there. But yeah, you are right. Who was that? Was that Lewis, wasn't it? Lewis, you're right. It is looking like the seats are pretty much done. have a look at the pitch while we're here. We can't not look at the pitch. So they've moved on from that like gravel section now on the pitch as well. They want to be ready to start seeding. Ideally, the plan was on Monday, the 19th, wasn't it? And moving on, I have Andrew Bowley, 6869, who says, be interesting to get the architects to discuss your weekly fly around and answer questions. Oh, wasn't it just Andrew? Yeah, anybody from Lango Rourke that might be watching, and I know some do. If any of you, it would be really good, as Andrew suggested there, if I could make arrangements to do a fly around with one of you actually doing the talk over. How good would that be, Andrew? I'll drop an email to them, mate. See if we can get something arranged. It's a great idea. I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off, but it's a great idea, mate. Great idea. Cheers, buddy. Moving on, I've got Lower Bullens says, I stood on the fan plaza last week, and a lot of the granite blocks are in. And you don't realise just how big the fan plaza actually is. It's a big expanse. Yeah, I totally agree. Lower Bullens, when I stood down here and done my at the tour, it was huge. So I was down here somewhere. Yeah, because I was able to look in at those blocks. I mean, look at all them now. Not much of them to do, but it is a real big space. And I've said this quite a bit. The drones and that don't do it justice, as a lot of you found out. Because I've said, if you come to site yourself and have a look at it, you'll feel that it looks a lot bigger, all of it, than what you see on screen. And everybody there's a little army of lemmings going in there for their morning meeting. Everybody who has then come down and had a look has totally agreed and said, yeah, I'm right, it is a lot bigger when you actually come and see it with your own eyes rather than on screen. That's the same for that fan plaza, isn't it? Lower Bullens, it's a massive space, like. I really do agree with you, mate. Moving on, I've got Roy Davidson, 7190. This is the last one, guys, and he says, Nick, do you think the area surrounding the stadium is sufficient to accommodate fans arriving and leaving? Worries me a bit. Got John Codling 8905 says, Goodison is far more congested than Bramley-Moore, but that doesn't worry you. And remember, Goodison has housed 78,000 in its day. With respect, John Codling, he didn't actually say that the area around Goodison didn't worry him. It might do, but you are right though, John, that Goodison is definitely more congested than here. So let's just have a look, Roy. I wanted to bring yours up just after we had Lower Bullens one about this fan plaza as well, because as we've just said, the fan plaza is really big. It is a massive space. So you're then thinking about people entering and exiting. So again, this is a big road as well. You've got on this road, you've obviously got the double lanes and also the cycle lanes and everything. You've got numerous, well, I know people can go like left or right, but the straight ahead as well. Then there's other roads going up to the main road. If I just zoom in, see where those vans are. Look, there's another road leading up there. There's lots of them. There's lots of smaller roads leading up to the main road. Roy, personally, I don't think it's the most tightest of spaces for a stadium. Myself, I've just done a video, haven't I, where I went to try to get to all 20 Premier League stadiums in 24 hours, and I'm telling you, there's stadiums that are a lot tighter than this, to be honest, mate. So I don't think it's a problem, personally. Moving on, I've got, just to answer you, I've also got David Badcock, who's put, Roy, in the very unlikely event that all 53,000 attendees wanted to get out of the 6 breaks in the Regent Road wall at once, then using conservative estimates of a width per person larger than they have seated in the stadium, and using a transfer time of 3 seconds to actually pass through the width of the wall, it would take just 25 minutes for everyone to get out. David, that's some math, some calculations, buddy, well done. However, the scenario was never planned to happen, with lots of franchises on the East Plaza providing meals and entertainment both before and after the matches, and all the hospitality still in the stadium. Plus, some wanting to wait around on the plazas anyway, it's more likely that people will just migrate slowly after the initial surge, which will not stress the routes. It's a great answer, David. So, Roy, I hope that between us we've addressed your concerns there and made you feel a bit better about that. It'll be fine, Roy. It'll be fine. There's no way they don't think of this when they're building such a big stadium, spending so much money. No way. But appreciate your concern. Guys, thank you very much. I'm going to finish off there. Right, everybody, there you go. That was my midweek video covering some of your questions and comments put over. I hope you enjoyed that video. There were some great ones there, wasn't there? The first one we started off with, not so great. Dunk the Blue pointing out one of the trees does look like it's died, and when we took a closer look, looks like a couple next to it aren't looking in the best of health either. As I said, though, I'm sure they are well onto that and have plans to replace that, but not great. Trees dying, of course. Other than that, yeah, there were some good ones. Seats are looking almost done. Those seats at the top of the west stand that everybody points out that I missed the other day, fair enough. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. As I said, there were some good ones there, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Please like, share, subscribe. My next video will be my full fly around, okay? Take care, everyone. Bye now.